If you or someone you know is going through the foreclosure process, there are 8 potential retention strategies that you can use to help keep the property that you're in, or there are 4 liquidation options available to you. Hi, my name is Angela Toller. I'm your Metro Denver Realtor, and let's dive right into these. So right off the bat, there are 2 options for retention that don't require you to actually talk to your current service provider on your loan or to do any negotiating with them. And the first one of these is refinance your loan. So this is going to another bank, get a new mortgage, and use that to simply refinance out of the debt that you're in and get your original lien holder paid off. The second option here is you can do what's called cure. And if you cure your loan, what you're actually doing is you're paying the amount of past due payment and bringing your loan current. And both of these will stop the foreclosure process. There is a third option that falls in here, and it's declaring bankruptcy, but this is something you only want to do if you've sought legal advice, and that's the best path forward for you. Next up, we have 4 retention options that you will have to work with your current lien holder because they're the ones that would help implement this process. And those 4 options are: talk with your lien holder and set up a repayment plan. And what this is they would look at the amount of outstanding payments you have, and they would figure out how to restructure your loan or to restructure payments that you would pay in addition to your loan to get caught back up. The next option you have is something called forbearance. And a forbearance from your lien holder means that they would take a look at where you're at. They would give you a temporary stop payment situation. You would have to sign paperwork, and then at some point in the future, you will start repaying your loans again. And this can be a fairly complicated process, and yes, there is paperwork involved because they're really restructuring your loan as part of this forbearance process. Next up is a loan modification. And so here they aren't necessarily giving you a forbearance or a waiting time, but what they are doing is taking a look at your overall loan and basically issuing you a new or modified loan based on your original loan. Again, this requires working with your existing lien holder. The last option here has a couple of different names depending on the kind of loan you have. It might be called a partial claim if you have an FHA loan. It could be called an advanced loan if you have, an advanced claim if you have a traditional loan, or it could be called a recovery advance if you have an R&D loan. And what these are is, if you have mortgage insurance, the mortgage insurance provider pays for that back or unpaid loan, and they write an additional lien on the property where you will pay them back for that amount of money. And then there may be some modifications or a waiting period for your original loan before you start paying again. Again, all of this requires negotiating with your current lien holder and getting this set up through them. Now, if keeping your house is not something that is going to work, or it's not something that you want to do, then you have 4 liquidation options. The first one is called a full sale, and this is where you work with a real estate agent and you put your property on the market for a value that is equal to or greater than your outstanding loan plus late payments. And what this does is this ensures that when your house is sold, it is going to be sold for an amount that is greater than what you currently owe to the lien holder. After that, we have something called a short sale. And in this particular situation, you will have to get the bank's approval, because what it means is that the house is going to be sold for less than the amount owed on the loan. And this makes banks a little uncomfortable, but sometimes they do realize that this is the best option for all parties. The third liquidation option is called deed in lieu. And what this means is that you're going to turn over the deed of your property to the bank in lieu of making the payment or any additional payments. Again, this is something where you need to work with the bank. Not all banks or lien holders want to inherit a property, and so sometimes for them this is not the best option. The last option is a foreclosure sale, and this is when the bank takes the property back and the bank sells the property, or the county sells the property depending on where you live. I hope you found this information to be helpful, and if you liked it, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Have a fantastic day.